When you're small, you have superhuman strength. You're like a bullet. So you need to know how to punch.
You want to show me how to punch? Show me how to punch.
Peyton, thank you so much for talking to Joe.ie today. We're absolutely delighted. First of all, I love the movie.
Thank you.
It was
very
amazing.
much.
Great job. I want to say, first of all, you gave me one of my most memorable movie moments, cinema moments, during Yes Man. I went to see it with my now wife. And after an hour, we were loving the movie.
Yeah.
And then she, out of nowhere, got very sick, violently sick, and she had to go and get sick into the toilet. We have never seen the end of Yes Man. I just want to put my hand up and say that.
Wow.
But as for the first half, loved it.
Excellent.
Laughed like a drain, all right?
Listen, say yes to the second half of the movie at some point. I think you'll enjoy it.
Honey, I Shrunk the Superhero, to begin.
Yes.
Are people coming to you with that reference? Because it definitely hit me straight away very early on, that the whole idea of the big, the little, and all that sort of stuff that goes with it.
Absolutely. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was sort of a defining shrinking movie for a generation.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ant-Man is the defining shrinking moment for another generation.
Yes.
That was one of our goals. Listen, I went back and I watched all those movies. Every shrinking movie I could get my hands on. I wanted to refresh my memory about what had been done before. And, you know, with the technology now, we were able to go even further in terms of making these macro environments seem really real and tactile. And also we had the freedom to move our camera around, you know, with real fluidity in these environments. That was a sort of a revelation, and just the technology simply didn't exist then.
You get to direct a Marvel movie. I mean,
Yeah.
what does that feel like? Is that just like, I'm terrified, or I'm excited, or just everything in together?
For me, I was exhilarated. I have wanted to do a movie like this for a very long time. So when I got the opportunity, I was really, I think, primed to do it. I just dove in. I knew the character of Ant-Man from the comics, which I read as a kid. And, you know, again, with this cast, I really wanted to take full advantage of this cast. It's such an A-level cast. And that's the brilliant thing about these Marvel movies is Ant-Man is the 12th Marvel movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And at this point, you know, hey, Michael Douglas is going to play Hank Pym. Paul Rudd's going to play Scott Lang. You know, it just attracts a very high caliber of actor. So for me, it's incredible.
And you took over from Edgar Wright. So is it tricky to come in so close to the shoot and take on a lot of some of his stuff, bring your own stuff, and put your own stamp on it as well?
I just always viewed it as kind of the way I come into any movie. There's a script that exists. You read the script and you examine it and decide what you like about it and what needs work. And, you know, I came on at the same time Adam McKay and Paul came on to rewrite. And we came up with a lot of new stuff. Adam McKay, who we know is hilarious, he's also a comics nerd. So we bonded on like, wow, this element of the comic is not in the movie, and so is this. Let's put him in. We wanted to add all of this stuff, and I think that we made it better.
And there's some really diverse cultural references in there, without giving anything away for people that haven't seen the movie yet. Like, I'm thinking of The Cure.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking of Thomas the Tank Engine, which is
Sure.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of both together or separately? How do those references get in there?
Well, absolutely. Like there's a briefcase fight, which I can't think of another movie where you'd see two guys fighting inside a briefcase.
Amazing.
And it started out as basically an iPhone joke. And we came up with all these different jokes, and some of them were funny, but it's like they were just jokes. And then it's like, well, what if he activates the music? And then we came up with jokes about, you know, I'm going to disintegrate you and keying off disintegration. Which, by the way, was the second CD I ever bought.
Wow.
And I'm a huge Cure fan. So when we put that first track, Plain Song, the first track on Disintegration, it not only played the joke, it suddenly scored this scene in a different way. It was epic, and it was just a whole different flavor for the movie. So that was fun to do.
You tried to hide your suit from me. Now it's gonna blow up in your face and destroy everyone you care about.
Well, I think you did an amazing job. My final question is quite a brief one as well. Actually, I've asked it of everybody.
Yeah?
The movie is Ant-Man. Does size matter, Peyton Reed?
I think in the case of Ant-Man, size absolutely matters. It's just inherent in what that hero is. It's a stealth technology. Ant-Man is able to do things that a lot of heroes aren't able to do. And it's a heist movie. So it's the perfect way to utilize Ant-Man's powers. You know, it's an old-fashioned heist movie in that way, and not only a heist movie with some guys who are a computer hacker and a driver, you know, and they have their role to play, but also there's types of ants that also have skill sets that come in handy on the heist. It's a deeply weird movie.
I think that's a good place to leave it. That deeply weird movie.
Yeah,
But
that's going to be on the poster.
it should be. Thank you so much, Peyton Reed. A pleasure talking to you today.
Likewise.
I'm Ant-Man.
I know.
Wasn't my idea.